Hello everyone. Welcome back to 3-Minute Masterclass. Today we will talk about hard coding an Excel model and why you should never do it. Hard coding is when you input a number directly into a formula in Excel. This is bad for a couple reasons, chiefly because when you just type a number in, you don't have any traceability on what that number is or why you put it in there. And it's also very difficult to update a model if all the numbers have been hard coded. Let's take a look at an example. Okay, so here we have an output from Power BI. These are 5 production lines in a facility, data from December 4th through December 8th. We've got data on the total number of stoppages, the total amount of time that each line was stopped, and management wants to know, okay, if we take this data from 1 week and we extrapolate it into an entire year, then what sort of stoppage time per year are we looking at? And the formula is right here. Now, I don't have the first damn clue what any of this means. And if somebody handed me this model and said, here you go, here's your stoppage time per year in number of hours, I would have some questions. But there is a better alternative. Instead of hard coding, you type all the values in a separate column. We're taking the same value, we are dividing it by 60 seconds per minute and 60 minutes per hour, and that way we are converting the stoppage time from seconds into hours. The divided by 5, it's because there were 5 days during the baseline, and then multiplied by 250 because there are 250 working days per year. So if somebody created a model this way and handed it off to me, I would have traceability on what the formula actually meant and how they arrived at their conclusions. I chose to open with this example because it's simple and straightforward, but an example where you actually need to use this kind of updating is foreign exchange rates. So here's just something else. So we have a whole bunch of part numbers, so dummy, 227. So I just made up a bunch of part numbers, made up a bunch of quantities, and I put several different currencies here. So this is how much each one of the parts cost in the currency of the country where it was made. And then this is the cost in US dollars. And if you look at the formula here, we're doing an XLOOKUP for the currency. So we're looking up the currency in column K, we're looking up the exchange rate in column J, and then we are dividing the inventory cost by the exchange rate to get the equivalent cost in US dollars. So if you've ever dealt with exchange rates, you'll know that they tend to fluctuate, sometimes every day. Instead of going through and updating every single one of these cells with the new exchange rate, I just have to update the exchange rate once over here. And if you keep your eyes on column F, boom, all of the values in dollars changed because the exchange rate has been changed. And the same thing can happen in reverse. If the exchange rate goes down and it's now 1,200 won to the dollar, keep your eyes on the cost values in column F. Boom, they've all gone up because the exchange rate is now less favorable. To sum things up, you should never hard code the model. You won't have any traceability on what the formulas actually mean. Other people who are looking at your models won't understand them. And if you do have to go through and update one of the values, it's just going to be a heck of a lot easier if you take the values out of the formulas and use the formulas to reference the values as we've done here. Thanks for watching.